$100,000 a year as a freelancer. Is it realistic? The data says yes. The median income for full-time freelancers is around $85,000, and 31% of freelancers earn $75,000 or more. Six figures is not some impossible dream. It is a math problem. And today, I am going to break down exactly how to solve it, step by step, from $0 to $100,000 a year. Welcome to the Freelancer's Wealth Blueprint, where we help freelancers and self-employed professionals master their taxes, build wealth, and keep more of what they earn. If that sounds like what you need, hit subscribe and the bell so you never miss a video. Let us start with the math because the math is where most people get it wrong. $100,000 a year is $8,333 per month. If you charge $100 an hour, you need 83 billable hours per month, which is about 20 hours per week. If you charge $150 an hour, you only need 56 billable hours per month, about 14 hours per week. Here is the catch that trips up new freelancers. You will not bill every hour you work. Most freelancers only bill 60 to 70% of their working hours. The rest goes to admin, marketing, invoicing, emails, and client communication. So if you are billing 20 hours a week, you are actually working 28 to 33 hours a week. That is still very reasonable, but you need to account for it. Step 1 is choosing a high-value skill. Not all freelance skills pay the same. If you want to reach $100,000, you need a skill that commands at least $75 to $150 per hour. Web development, copywriting, UX design, marketing strategy, video production, financial consulting, and software engineering all fit this range. The key is specialization. A general virtual assistant at $25 an hour would need 80 hours of billable work every single week to hit $100,000. A specialized conversion copywriter at $150 an hour needs 14 hours a week. Same income, completely different lifestyle. Step 2 is pricing. Most new freelancers dramatically underprice themselves. They look at what others charge on platforms like Upwork and race to the bottom. Do not do that. Start by calculating what you need. 100,000 divided by roughly 1,000 billable hours per year, accounting for that 60 to 70% billable ratio and some time off, means you need to charge at least $100 per hour. Then consider the value you deliver. If your work generates $50,000 in revenue for a client, charging $5,000 for the project is not expensive. It is a 10-to-1 return on their investment. As you gain experience, raise your rates 10 to 20% every year. Your first clients might pay $75 an hour. Within 2 years, you should be at $100 to $125. Step 3 is client acquisition. This is where the rubber meets the road. The number one source of clients for established freelancers is referrals. But you cannot get referrals until you have clients. So here's the progression. When starting out, use platforms like Upwork and Fiverr to get your first 3 to 5 clients and build a portfolio. Simultaneously, optimize your LinkedIn profile as a landing page for your services. Start creating content that demonstrates your expertise, whether that is LinkedIn posts, blog articles, or short videos. Once you have 5 to 10 happy clients, referrals will start flowing naturally. Ask every satisfied client for a testimonial and a referral. Cold outreach also works. Send personalized messages to 10 potential clients per week, identifying a specific problem you can solve for them. Do not pitch. Diagnose. Step 4 is scaling without burning out. There is a ceiling to trading time for money, and you will hit it fast. Here are the strategies that break through that ceiling. First, switch from hourly to project-based or value-based pricing. A website project priced at $8,000 that takes you 40 hours is effectively $200 an hour, even if your hourly rate is $100. Second, add retainer clients. Retainers provide predictable recurring revenue. If you have 3 clients paying $3,000 a month on retainer, that is $9,000 a month, and you have already hit $100,000 just from retainers. Third, productize your services. Turn your most common deliverable into a standardized package with a fixed price and a repeatable process. This lets you deliver faster and earn more per hour without working more. Fourth, When you have more work than you can handle, subcontract overflow work to other freelancers. You charge the client $150 an hour, pay a subcontractor $75, and keep the difference for project management. Step 5 is building the financial infrastructure to support a $100,000 business. This is where most freelancers leave serious money on the table. At $100,000 in net self-employment income, your total federal tax burden before deductions is roughly $25,000 to $30,000. That includes self-employment tax at 15.3% and federal income tax. Here is how to reduce that. Open a solo 401k and contribute up to $23,500 per year in employee contributions alone, plus employer contributions that can push the total much higher. That money grows tax-deferred and reduces your taxable income right now. Consider an S-Corp election once your income is consistently above $100,000. This can save you $5,000 to $8,000 per year in self-employment tax. Set up a separate business bank account from day one. Use a bookkeeping system like QuickBooks or Wave to track every expense. And set aside 25 to 30% of every payment for taxes so you are never surprised at tax time. Now the timeline. I am not going to tell you this happens overnight. The realistic path to $100,000 is 1 to 3 years from when you start freelancing. Year 1 is about building skills, landing initial clients, and figuring out your niche. Year 2 is about raising rates, building referral networks, and systemizing your workflow. Year 3 is about scaling with retainers, productized services, and potentially subcontracting. Some people get there in 12 months. Others take longer. The key insight is this. It is not about working more hours. It is about charging more per hour and building a roster of consistent clients who value what you deliver. If you want more strategies to build wealth as a freelancer, subscribe and check out the other videos on this channel. We break down real numbers for real freelancers every single week. This content is for educational purposes only and does not constitute tax advice. Consult a qualified tax professional for guidance specific to your situation.